Hello YouTube, Blade here, and welcome to Cities in Motion 2. This is a quick look of this game. Cities in Motion is a game where you are in charge of the public transportation. You have buses, trams, subways, sea buses, or basically passenger boats that goes on the ocean or the waters between the city sections at your disposal. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a quick look, as I said, and we're going to pick one of these cities. This one is a new one I downloaded just to test something out. You can make your own game, your own maps, your own cities, your own challenges and all that, but I will pick Central City. I will do a sandbox thing. And here we are loading. So I've been playing this a little bit, and I do understand the basic concept of it. So let's just see what happens, shall we? This is the load screen. People are loading onto the tram. As I said, you can do subways, and you can do these vehicles as well that has like electricity flowing above. The city will change based on your actions. So if you have a bus line, for example, going through a let's say this is the city we have available to us. It's quite big, but there's also room to grow. This is the magma level down there. I think we're going to build that low. But for example, let's take a look at this. This is smaller detached residential areas, housing. So if I were to create a bus line here, the possibility of these growing up to become bigger houses like these tenements is likely. So let's get started, shall we? The first thing first is that I want to be able to keep track of what buildings mean. So green, as you can see, is homes. Yellow is homes and workplaces. So that could be offices as well, or other types of work that people are doing. Maybe they are doing YouTube clips, I don't know. They live in a tenement, an apartment, and make money on that, I don't know. Workplaces are red, which we see over here. This is an industrial area. And a house was built there. Let's just pause the game, like so. And we have the leisure, which is blue. But you can define this graphical representation even better by going blue collar. So we know that the blue collar workers live here or in these green areas. And they work in the red areas. So ideally would be to have a bus line going from here into this industrial area and then back out again, or going in both directions. So why not do that? Let's start over here and build a depot for our buses. Bus structure. We start with a small of these. It will snap to the road automatically. I can put it here, but that sort of prevents me from keep building out in this direction, but it's nice actually to have it here, because wait a minute, let's see, what is this road? This is a normal 2-lane road, 2 on each side with this one, right? A regular road. There we go. I can make a 3-way intersection here. So like so. Yeah, that works. Now let's place this down here. Just as so. And if I were to upgrade this, I select the next one and I click on the icon in the middle here. It costs me $280 to upgrade. The only difference between them is that this one can handle service 10 vehicles and this service 20 vehicles. But I will not need any of them. So next step is bus stops. And from what I've been told, the bus stop the bus stop sign. Like this is the sign, this is a with a shelter, and this with a shelter and a bench. It caters to different class of people. So the blue collar people are happy with just a stop like this, while on the other hand, the white collar people and stuff like that wants the other version. So let's place a stop here. You can see I can determine which side of the road and also in which direction it will go. So what this one will do, it will pick up these people here. Let's see, we missed that one. No, that's leading out. I can send it through here, actually, and then go this way, like so. Let's see, keep going. Actually, I think I'll go back out here. Should I do that? Nah, let's keep going in here. And then here. Comes here. And now we go to this area. Actually, we will remove this stop here. Remove that. Keep building them. But the stop is there. Go there, there. As such, and then out this road here. Try to get as much coverage as possible, even though it might not be possible. So it goes down here, and then it ends here. So that's a one-way route, and then I can do the other. You can do another route going in the other direction. Might not be possible here, but it's okay. I can do it. It stops here instead, and then it stops there. I understand, I've also been told that doing this, putting the stops on opposite sides like this, is beneficial because that makes the citizens happy. Okay, that's the way it goes there, so I guess it goes in that direction here. Which direction is it? That one is pointing in that direction. So I think I did that one the wrong way. See, we have another bus stop in here. Going in that direction. Going in that direction. Going in that direction. And here we go. Can we do this? It's a one-way street. So we put it there, then okay, that's enough stops. Now we set up we need to buy buses, but we can set up the route first, I think. So we create a new bus route, select the stops, always start in the depot, and then you just go the way you have to. See this blue line that controls or connects. So it's to show you, okay, so it goes in that direction instead. If, for example, I wanted to go out here and then up here, I could go and do like this. I can create a waypoint, and then when I create my route, sorry, that's the bus table, I can click on that one, so make sure, so I can force my buses or my public transportation vehicles to go in a specific direction, or take the stops in a specific order. Am I supposed to go there? Am I supposed to go there? I actually think I'm supposed to go there. There. Like here, this is, I want the bus to go in that direction. So now I put this waypoint here. So the bus will go, okay. The bus can't go in that direction. So we remove that waypoint again. And we remove that stop. Oops. Never mind. Keep going. There. No. There, and there. If you see some of these stops are yellow, it means that there is no bus line associated or route associated with the line, and it's not supposed to go that way. I'm sorry, I'm mucking up. So let's keep going. It's supposed to go this route. And then out here. Down here. Down here. Or should we skip that one? Sorry. Skip one too early, I think. Yeah, this looks good. And then we are at the depot. There, and it says I need 5 vehicles, so let's buy a vehicle, or 5. Let's go for these medium-sized ones. Okay, and that's bus route 1. We're going to increase the time to every 3 hours. There will go a bus right on the money, and I believe that means actually is from the depot. The bus will start every hour. And when you see here, the S means small bus, L means large bus, and then you have M for medium buses. Right now I bought a bunch of medium buses. And you can set the schedule for, as I said, weekdays. You can have a morning rush. You can determine when the morning rush starts and when it ends. Now these are workers, so the morning rush usually starts maybe at 7 and then at 7:30. So we have one bus showing up at 7 and that's it. And the evening rush, the same thing, and on weekends and then night, and then you customize it. And the preferred vehicle size, we just have any vehicle available. So that's the changes we made. And the game is unpaused, so a bus will head out here eventually. What we'll do is we'll set up a second route. Wait, we close this down like so. Move this. And we start here, and we go in this direction. It's not quite following the same pattern, but that's okay. Goes like so, and then loop around that one, and then connects to that one, that one, and there, there, and then back to depot. And we change the timetable for this one to 3 hours as well. Like so. And bus line 2 needs 4 buses. So we get a few more buses, shall we? Buy new bus. There we go. Let's buy 4 of those and 1 of those. 4 of those. And then we take 1 more of those. There we go. There we have our buses. This is the first bus line, or first 2 bus lines. You can see the number is 0 out of 20. It can fit 20 passengers. There's 1 waiting there. There's really nobody going on the buses at this time. These 2 stops aren't being used. So that's kind of a shame, isn't it? Let's see. Bus line, let's see, edit. Can I insert a bus stop? See, where is the bus is coming from here, so that is that bus stop 5? No, it stops 6, right? Oh, 25. Oh, I don't know if I can change the bus. Insert a bus stop in the middle of everything. It would be nice if I could. It says add stop, so add a stop here. Another sign on the line. See if that one. There we go. And we click on bus line 2. And we add that one. And just for fun. And on the route you can see that from the depot it starts 10 minutes before actually the hour. So it says -10 and then at the hour. First stop. And it takes 30 minutes to get to the second stop. So this entire route takes 8 hours 50 minutes. So if you go in the circle, basically you won't make it to work. And this is just a small part of what you have available. As you can see in the construction menu, you have the buses, trolleys, tram, metros, water bus, and then you can build landmarks. I don't have any landmarks available, but you know, usually, well, maybe you should be able to, I don't know. As I said, I've been playing a little bit, but I'm still learning. One thing, let's see, what was it? Oh yeah. You have zones as well, but let's look at the prices first. Now the ticket prices, some feel that it is a little too high, so we can lower it a little bit. I can lower it until it's green, then people are very much pleased. But if this is a residential area, I can make the industrial area another zone. So I go, we have the zone yellow, which is, you know, everything is in the same zone. But if I want, I can make this zone blue. So the industrial area here is a different zone color. So anybody living over here or working over here belongs to this zone. Make sure that the housing isn't, I have not found a way to make this tool a little bit smaller. It would be great if you could, but then again, a zone is usually very big. So let's see. There you go. And if we go back to the pricing again, you can see that the prices for the second zone, so the people working here and living here will have to go through one zone. So they pay $1.20 per ticket. And if you were to change to another vehicle within, for example, let's say I have a tram going from here to here, and then the bus going from here to here, or they will have to change the bus anyway. It will be, I think it's this one down here, so it pays $2.20, for example. I won't say dollars because there is no indication of what the money stands for, so it's completely up to you. And as you notice, I built a road down here, and now I have a school and a high school. So what I can do is that if I go to this one and select student, I see that I have a bunch of schools here. I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 schools and students living in these greenhouses, and they sort of work in the red ones. And it's the same all over. Except here, there are no students living here. I think that's an industrial area, right? Yeah, it is. So this is what we do. I can increase the speed a little bit more to see what happens. And so people are generally happy with the service I provide. I guess they could be happier, but right now the white collar aren't too happy, I guess, but prices are good and all that. So what else do we check out? This is your employees, the salary. I don't really like to have 50% allow overcrowding. But you know, lowering the salary is not good because that will remove their happiness. Like this passenger was unhappy and this bus is filling up. There's 20 already. Some of them went off there, which is nice. Let's look at our financial report, and we see that we're making a loss of 100 and something per week. This can change based on, you know, it hasn't been a week yet. It's still like Monday afternoon or Monday evening, and I think you start on Monday. So there's no saying that this is the case, that you are actually in fact losing money. It could be that the weekend is the big draw, and of course you can always increase the routes, but then you need more, or the timetable, the schedule for how often you want buses to go. I think I mucked up a little bit here. I removed the wrong one, so one of the buses lines is like this one. It's not the best line, as you can see. It's going there, then it's going around again, and then it takes that route. It's not really supposed to do that, but this is just a showcase. I try to fit in as much as possible in a short amount of time as possible. And sometimes you get missions. It could be that someone wants you to build a route from point A to point B, and you get some money for that. Usually you don't get much money in return of what you put down in the investment. I mean, if you, for example, as you saw, buying a bus depot, it costs, well, 320, and then the bus stops. It's cheap, but as you see, I have a bunch of them, so even 10 bus stops is 500. So it all adds up. And then the maintenance cost, salary, and all that for your crew. So yeah. And what you can do is that, you know, if you feel like the waypoint system, for example. Let's say I want to have a ferry, so I want a water bus. Let's say that I have people living here, but they are working here. Right now they're probably using their own car, so I set up a water bus pier, which I have to, if I right click, I can turn it around. So I can put up the pier here, and then we make a walkway, which let's skip that part. So I have a pier, and then we take another pier and put it on this side. Okay, where did it go? I want the pier to be here. Then we need a road. We can do a walkway this time. Let's see, zooming in a little bit. There we go. Not sure how good that is, but yeah, it's worth a try. And that's not all. We also need one of these little devices, which is actually where the vehicles come from. Now this is a pretty straightforward line. So it should be able, I should be able to connect the two, but for example, if I'm not able to, because what the shuttle wants to do is that it wants to take the shortest route, which is the straight line from point A to point B. So if I said that this is stop A and this is stop B, it wants to go in a straight line, which of course it can at this point, but I can also set it up so it goes out here, and then it goes in this route, drop off this there, and then on the way back it goes like this, and then back in here, of course. So let's set up that route, shall we? And this is the one for there. So we start here at the depot, and then we go to here, 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 drop off there, go pick up, and then we go back, and then back into the depot. There. Now we have that set up. We need some vehicles, of course. So we buy, two of those should work. There we go. And what we can do is that the way they are set up is that if you look at line 1, the timetable, it's set up to go every 2 hours. Maybe we want it to go every 3 hours. We don't change anything else, we leave it like that. And check the stops that we have. So it takes 1:05, which means that if this one starts here, it's back before the second route starts at 3 hours. Of course there's no passengers now, it takes a while for it to get started, plus it's middle of the night. And then I could set up another bus route from here that just like leads to one of these stops in here, which basically I can actually do. I just do a create line. We remove that again. Yes, I want to remove it. Go back here, build a small road. Basically we don't need much in terms of road. We just need something like this. Right? And then we go to there, create new line, add stops. Let's see, where is it? There it is. You start there, and then you go all the way over here. I didn't create the stop, damn it. No. Move. Stop. we have a stop here. And then it goes on that one. Now we can have a stop there. It goes in that direction. Yeah, sounds good. Now, we take this one. We edit it. That the next stop is there and there. And then I actually wanted to go in here if it can. Is it that? Yeah, it can. It's a one-way street. So that's the only stop it has on the line. So we put a waypoint in here in this direction. So the bus will go in accordance with the waypoints. That one is a one-way street. So waypoint and then out here to down here. We'll put a waypoint and a waypoint like so. Yeah, that's a good one. And the bus is 0, so move those two. And start. Huh. So remove that. There. There. Why are you going all the way over there? Oh well, never mind. Goes back out there, goes down there, goes there, and we have a bus route stopping by here. There and then back. There. And then back to the depot. Just to make it very much so. There, now we have a bus lines, plenty. Now this one needs 6 buses. Up to 6 buses. Right now I can make do with the current buses I have. There's really enough passengers on this route here. And if you feel like the route gets too busy, I mean you cannot see the bus lines, you can just disable ones that you're not working with. And you can rename them, which is also very useful. You click at the bus line, and then click here, edit name. You can also rename the stops, like this is a bus trolley stop. And if you were to name it, I usually name it like the street name, so it's Applegate Lane. Okay. There we go. Now we know that stop is called Applegate Lane. Neat. Wow. But now, of course, with all the changes we made, our expenses is way higher. But yeah, this is basically what you do. I don't know if you get new vehicles later on, or the buses you have, the 3 different ones, the small, medium and large, is what you have available throughout the game. I don't notice anything that tells you which year or which month it is. So I would assume that you won't get anything more than what you already have. You have basically everything available to you from start. It's just about to make a profit. It's just about making a profit that determines how successful you are on that. This route that I did here, number 3, I can change that to 3 hours. So I only need 4 buses. Of course, I would set this up differently if I had more time, but it's a quick look. And yeah. And then when it comes to the tram system and all that, you built the depot wherever you want. It is usually underground, and you toggle the underground view like this. Basically removes all the houses. And if you were to build stuff, like let's say I want to build some tracks, just for fun. You know, I don't need to do it, but I will do it. So we have some tram tracks here. Apparently I need to connect to one of this existing road system. So let's say I want to build a tram track connecting to this. Alright, maybe I should select it. There we go. So I can put that in the lane. It's usually, you know, good to have them on the inside lane. You see, I can place both sides at the same time. If you have it on this lane, that means that you can pick up passengers. But if you're going through a, let's see if we can find one of those, like here, you can put them in here, so then you won't interfere with traffic. That's nice. And also, another thing you can do, if I were to build the lanes again, let's see, I do this. No. Yeah, Metro. Well, let's just do another road, okay? So I select to connect to this one, and then I go straight up. However, I can change the height offset as well. Okay, so for example, if I want this to be just increase the height so it goes okay, and then lower it. Now I guess it's too tight for it to connect to that, but we can connect it to here. There we have a weird looking road. Leads nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. But you can change the height up and down. But it led to a building, which is a school. For some reason they placed that next to that building. So your actions, whoa, a skyscraper, tenements. Your actions can determine the look of the city, which is very nice. Morning is coming, or morning has broken. It's very nice. And yeah, that's the way it is. However, be careful when you build roads, because it tends to cost a lot of money. Like 16 per square meter, or per meter, which is, you know, quite a lot of money. Then we have walkways, trolley wires, which is above. It's not that expensive. One-way roads. Then you have the avenues where you can put the tram tracks in the center. Tram tracks, not too expensive. Railroad tracks or metro tracks. I wanted to show you, if I remove this, yeah, as you can see, I can build underground as well as above ground. And it creates a tunnel by itself, which is nice. So this is how you're allowed to transport from, for example, one side of the city, like all the way across. So I could set up a tram system that goes just straight, and then you have just like regional buses going inside the small areas like this, and this that's connected to the tram line, and then you hook it up with a proper timetable, so people getting off the tram or getting off the bus doesn't have to wait too long to get on the next vehicle in line, things like that. But yeah, there you have it. Oh, making a lot of power loss here. Turn that off. There. So this is Citizen Motion 2. I never had a chance to play number 1. I played the first one, but I do like this one. It makes you think a little bit, and the maps are huge. I mean, SimCity doesn't even have a map this size. At the most, maybe you have something like this at your disposal in SimCity. So you have plenty of space here to grow, and the thing that is nice about the editor is that when you build a road, you can select it to auto-populate it with buildings, so it will build randomized buildings for you, so you don't have to worry about that. As I said, sometimes you get missions which pop-ups down here on this side here, and you can accept or decline the missions whenever you want. And here is where you get alerts like the population of the city has increased or decreased, maybe not, or the one of your depots doesn't have enough vehicles, which we might get now as we're moving into the rush hour traffic. Maybe not though. Yeah, we are definitely making a loss. I expanded too fast. Building roads and all that is expensive, as I said, and well, it's just to show you guys. So with that, I think we end this quick look of Cities in Motion. I'm Omar on Raid, and this is Cities in Motion. Thank you for watching, and bye bye.